Hey, Cancer. I may not vibe with the brothers today, so if you're watching this reading and you're a man and you just want to sit in and see what's happening with some of your fellow men are doing, that'd be great. But Spirit is dealing with the female energy today. Some of y'all are getting duped, and that's just what it is. If you're triggered, whatever you call it, you're sensitive, you don't want to hear it, you want to be, you want me to lie to you, make it sound fly to you. And that's just not what this is about. So you may want to just turn this off or never subscribe or take me out of your feed. Because I'm not going to keep on feeding feelings and egos and all of this old silly ass shit that I'm seeing going on. Some of these brothers is playing y'all. If you want any form of separation, and I guess Spirit just want me to put the nail in the coffin because I'm not dealing with this separation stupid ass shit no more. If you want some form of separation, you are getting played. If you were sitting there trying to forgive yourself and forgive somebody and do all this old extra shit, knock it off because they ain't studying you. Okay? Some of these men are ego maniacs. And they watch y'all. They watch y'all on these social platforms. And they feed off of you babying them and mothering them. I had read something, I can't remember where I read it at, but it said, and it was very true. I kind of played with it around in my mind for a while, years and years, really, to really try to come into some form of understanding that what I was reading was true as I felt it was in my gut. And it said that when you take care of a man, just say for instance, like you're in separation, right? This person is gone off. They're not thinking anything about you. And they do, but they do at their convenience. Either when they're sleeping with somebody else and you're on their mind, or they're bored and they're in their little fantasy land because they ain't got shit else to do, you'll end up feeling the energy. But, it's always leaning towards some form of sexual play. There's no spiritual depth to some of these energies that you are trying to portray them as having. Some of y'all really think that these men are somewhere meditating and giving their life over to God. And no, they're sold out to the devil. Trust and know that. However, people lose respect for you when you keep on trying to do for them, when you keep on trying to get them to see you, when you keep on trying to do this and that to just be noticed. Nobody likes rejection. Nobody likes being ignored. Ignoring someone is like, to me, is top tier ignorance. When you know that person on some real shit deserves the truth because you were the liar. Some of these men don't have a truthful bone in their body. They're looking for it. They just can't find it. Okay? So if you feeling some type of way and you feeling like I'm just gonna forgive him, I'm gonna forgive and I'm gonna get in this mode. No. Please stop. You got played. Somebody did you very wrong. And they called it a separation period where they're getting themselves together while you get yourself together. It's always easier to get yourself together with the mirror that you are, because they'll be able to see what's in you that could need some upgrading, and you'll be able to see what's in them that needs some upgrading. And together you work and you create this alchemy and this synergy. God wouldn't have created man for a woman to separate them to get themselves together. No. Come together, help meet me at my needs. Help meet my needs on both sides. Okay? So on this channel, on this frequency, my ancestors, my God has revealed to me. People can say it's a lie. They can say whatever the hell they want to. I don't give a damn. But the separation period no longer exists in this twin flame dynamic. It may have been etched in a history book somewhere that that's how it goes, but that is no more. It has evolved. So people that meet their twin flames now and beyond now, there will be no separation. If the person lied, the person gonna tell you, I lied. I'm married. I'm trying to get out of this, but I don't want to let you go. But I still got to get out of this marriage. Are you willing to walk through this with me? And the person could say, I will. I'll stay here. I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to walk through it with you. I got your hand. And then in a normal society, that man or that woman would go through the logistics. It happened to me. That's why I know people full of shit. I was married and my second husband was married, and we both did divorces simultaneously and then married each other. It didn't last. It was a shitty marriage. However, don't say that it can't be done and that these men are just so engulfed and entrapped in this woman and this and that. No, because on some real shit, and that ain't even about to cap, and I don't give a damn who hear me, when I came back into union with my child's father, he was under tremendous amounts of dark witchcraft. So much so that my ancestors were showing me women in a circle. And it was the woman that he was married to that was doing some form of dark witchcraft on him. And at that time, I was not as deep into the occult sciences as I am now. But I always been prophetic, and I've always had the gift of sight. And I always pull people coattail. If a dream like that comes across my fucking radar, you're definitely going to know about it, whether I'm with you or not. If you're my friend, you're going to know about it. If you're a stranger and I see you again, you're going to know about it, okay? So even though he was under that form of witchcraft and I wasn't touching none of this was even around. So I wasn't doing anything to combat her, to fight her, none of that shit. He decided, I'm out of here, and went through the proper channels. I decided I was out of that one and went through the proper channels. And witchcraft was being worked on me as well. So it ain't about they can't get out. That's a lie. They don't want to get out. They cool where they at. They can't grow up. They can't level up to meet you where you need them to meet you at. Okay? So if that's the case, that's not your helpmeet, and it's not your person. Forgive yourself, and that's it. For falling for the flim-flam. Because some of them just like the way you feed their ego. Some of them even look at you in their mind as they woman. But they ain't going to reach out to tell you nothing, because they all they got is lies, manipulation, and more bullshit. Because they ain't released the shit that they brought with them and dumped in your life. They still flopping around in the mud with pigs and shit. They're not coming back, baby. Here you go. Drop the burden. You overly committed to a ghost. Work on yourself. Forgive yourself. Okay? Don't even worry about the third party, the witchcraft, and none of that. Honey. Don't even get no power over to their bullshit. They're going to continue to do what they do. That's why you continue to clear your space and protect your essence at all times. The Bible say you pray in season and out of season. You pray without ceasing. So if you got to pray without ceasing, and it also says that you have to watch as well, so as pray. So if you praying without ceasing, you damn sure better be putting on the whole armor of God without ceasing. It's a dead situation, okay? That's just the heart of these readings today, so people can get off my channel with that separation shit. It's bullshit. Too many ways and too many means to get in touch with people and to get away from people and to do what you wanted to do. They got away from this shit when they was ready to have sex with your ass. Some of y'all. They made a way to get to you. Despite all the women that were fighting over this soul pole that keeps popping up in my readings. It's a magic stick. And they be working the shit out of that magic. Men. Okay. Dead situation. It was dead before it started because they didn't have no, they couldn't. Some of y'all, this King of Pentacles keep coming out. Some of y'all may be dealing with a King of Pentacles energy. That's straight up in the hangman. That's hung up into this shit. Third parties. It just is. And some of them would rather die than give up multiple women. I ain't lying, y'all. That's just where they at with it. You just a part of the circus that you never joined. Because they never told you about that shit. It's a whole game. That's what they do. When Tupac talk about that shit in his song, they say my baby mama got a mind full of silly games. That's real. People be having a mind full of silly games and can't get rid of them bitches. And just keep playing games and playing games and playing games. And be done came across their whole ass meal ticket and way out, because God ain't gonna never let you accuse him, but you playing, okay? They don't want to admit that. Like, I fucked up. I was playing. And you really is my soulmate or whatever the fuck. Twin flame, yeah. Because I ain't never met nobody like you again, bud, babe. I'm too tired. This is the life I've been doing. I just been fucking all these broads. This is what I do. I ain't ready to settle down and commit. This is married men too, y'all. Listen to that psychology. I ain't ready to commit. But they already married. But they keep 5 at least in the cooler. And you could be amongst that 5 that they just use for mind fuckery to fantasize about you because you was a good time. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all give these brothers a peace of mind. And they ain't never coming back. But they just go to you as a place of solace because all of the women that they mess with are, I'm talking ratchet. But that's what they used to. And they never met nobody like you. But give them peace. Make sure the home is clean and all this shit y'all doing like this y'all husband, honey. Ah, shit. I thought the saying go, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Some of y'all was giving out free milk. And baby, when I tell you, they can't let it go. They on your nipple. You probably feel them on your nipple. I ain't capping. Bible, okay? But they ain't coming back because they ain't got the truth. They cannot find the truth. They lost in a world of illusions and feel good. And you was the best thing they ever felt, honey. And they go back to the receptors of their mind for you every chance they can get. And some of y'all are feeling that and be really feeding into that bullshit. And you ain't doing nothing but putting your feelings and your energy in a black hole, feeding the ego. I'm talking egomaniacs, y'all. They need that shit. And they got like 5 women that's saying, you a punk motherfucker, you ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit, da 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 da. But they know, give them about a week, they can go back and tag that ass. With you, it wasn't none of that. It's who they want their wife to be, but she ain't. It's who they want these women to be, but they not. They got lucky. And they let go of the lucky charm. And some of y'all need to close the fucking door. And if a person wants to come through that door, they'll come to it and knock. In real life. Not on 5D. Not on none of that shit. I'm talking about 10 toes, 10 fingers, a fist in the ball, knock on your door. And you answer and they there. Some of y'all knew this shit. It keeps coming up. Like maybe people ain't being real enough with y'all. But baby, this channel, honey, if you don't want to hear the real, then don't subscribe here. I'm telling you that right fucking now. This twin flame bullshit is dead. Shit, corny. For real. Just sitting here with all these wines. Yeah, ancestors like, come on, man. You all know the shit they did to y'all was unjust as fuck and they're not coming back to apologize. You just going through mind fuckery. Making up stories to make them this upstanding man. When they're not. They're bums for real. Even if they got a lot of money. They don't have any character or integrity. What the hell you gonna do with somebody like that, Cancer? But get cancer. From housing frustrations. From sitting at a 9 of wands all your motherfucking life. Talking about you strong. Don't nobody give you no reward for being strong. Not even God himself. Because he know how much you can bear. But there's some of the shit y'all bearing ain't God. And y'all need to drop that shit. Because they're using y'all energy to feed their ego. Yeah, man, devils. Stuck to illusions. And these women right there in the flesh, they having sex with these women and they feeling like this, like they in some form of control. And they feel like they doing you a favor by staying in separation and not coming back because at least they ain't coming to you. They ain't coming to mess with you. They ain't bringing this back in your life. But in their mind, I'm going to leave a song in the description box. Listen to the vibe for the day, and that's going to tell you where some of these men is at, how they think about you for real, but they're never coming back. It's a hurry up and wait situation. Look at Virgo's reading. It's going to break down why you keep feeling like this energy is on their way. Look at Virgo's reading, Cancer. Just do me that favor. And I'm going to leave it alone. This keep coming up. Yeah. The spirit keep hollering with this. Because this person is in your 5th dimension, but they fucking somebody else in real life. And you keep feeling like they coming for you because they thinking about you when they sleeping with this energy. I go into more depth on a Virgo reading, but it's true. Some of y'all got a feeling about this shit. It's true. You stuck, fighting for nothing. Y'all think y'all fighting for good reason. Y'all not. Y'all fighting whole ass illusions coming and going. When you don't even got to deal with it. You could just close your door and never answer the knock again. Unless that motherfucker is at your door and you gotta ask, who is it? Some of y'all realizing y'all waste a lot of time. And please, do not go doing no magic trying to call in anything else. Because what the fuck is coming towards you, you may not have a clue. That's just where we at in the evolutionary process. People have lost their fucking minds. If you don't organically meet that person, put down the candles. Don't call in nothing else. Let it alone. You're going to call in another devil. And it's going to be the same shit. And you're going to swear you're in a separation period when it's really them ghosting you and you gaslighting yourself. Because what they'll say, I ain't called her. I ain't did this. The man said that when I was studying the twin flame dynamic. He called a divine feminine's person. They answered for him. And he asked them straight up, is this person on your mind? Are you always thinking about this person? You know what that motherfucker said? No, I ain't thinking about her. But he was. That's dangerous. It ends up making you gaslight yourself. Because they're not calling you physically, there won't be no record of it. Try going to the police and say somebody's harassing you energetically and see what happens. What they're going to do, arrest the ghost because ain't no record of them calling you, being nowhere near you, doing nothing to you. Even if the police is watching it and seeing it, it got to add up. Something physically has to manifest in order for the police to even come in. So they can whole ass be like, they don't know what the fuck you talking about. And you end up in a whole ass mental institution talking about, you keep on calling me. And he could be. But this is the devil. It's all about the feel good. It ain't about how you feel. It's about how you made them feel. And they left you out in the cold. A lot of y'all. Busted. I'm talking about some of y'all was homeless. And they didn't come sit there and ask if you needed help moving. They don't care. And that spirit. That wasn't me. If you want the real, like, share, and subscribe. If you don't, carry the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all about to be on this. And I do not blame you. Because you're a Cancer, ruled by the 4th house, which is family. So that means y'all always want y'all family. Y'all want y'all houses tight. Y'all want y'all family structure tight. Y'all want functional relationships. You want healthy union. That's not what you're going to get with this individual. So you were better off to be detached, cut this motherfucker off, be firm in the cutoff. You're fair about it because you've been getting dicked around. You understand? And if this person is really going crazy because it's not an open door anymore to feed off of you through memory, then they're going to bring their ass to where you're at and knock on their door. And you're going to remain in the Queen of Swords energy until the truth is revealed. If the truth ain't revealed, then they're not coming over there to do shit. Because you already know what it is. Call a spade a spade. We're calling that shit everything else. And some of them are going to end up coming in a Page of Cups energy. Acting like all innocent and humbling themselves. But it's still a such thing as false humility. You do know that, right? Because ego death is not a joke. It takes a lot to die to your ego. It's not as easy as people just say. You need to die to your ego because it's circular. It's not linear. You just can't drop your ego and that's it. No, you got to have a thorough washing, going through the fucking fire and water excessively to realize when somebody say, damn, you pretty. You be like, thanks, but you ain't feeding off that shit. When it was a time when somebody was like, man, you are gorgeous. And you be like, thank you. That's ego. That's what some of these men are on. of this and none of that. Because guess what? Them 5 or that they keep in the cooler, they calling them a punk motherfucker. This is what they like. Imagine all of these is this. Then comes you. The stability. The real deal. You think they ain't gonna hang on to that, even if they never come back to state their case that they was full of shit? Let me tell you something. Somebody gonna take a clean glass over a dirty one, even if they still screwing dirty ones. Honey, you is the clean thing on their mind. That's the devil. Always want a clean space after he done caused a boatload of shit. Overly committed to a goals. Y'all like really be like, that's my person. I'm there for them. I'm gonna make this house a home. No. There's somebody else's house making it a home, but it ain't one. It's a jungle. And you're the only rainbow in that jungle. Through memory. Remember that. And some of y'all have not talked to this person. They do not communicate with you outside of mentally mind fucking you. And got some of y'all addicted to porn now. Because they are. You won't close the door. You got to close it, Cancer. And let it close. Like I said, a door ain't just to be walked through. It's also to be knocked on. And not in the fucking 5D. Talking about a door from fucking Home Depot. Do not stay here. Forgive yourself. And let it go. Because they just like weird shit. They're weird. They're weird this lifetime. You win. You're going to get the victory. You're going to get it. It's going to be personal growth and a whole vibe. You're going to be turning down offers. I know I'm cool. I don't even want to date nobody. You know what I mean? I'm cool right now. Should just stop it. At least you'll have self-worth, happiness, kindness. Keep a level of mysteriousness. Because you let this person in your world, so if some of your business got out, y'all know y'all don't like that shit. You're going to be successful, creative, intense, like this. But still warm, because you ain't bitter. You're better. You're a leader. Some of y'all are mothers. Fertile, that means some of y'all may be ending up with somebody and end up having another child. You're reserved. You're pleasant. Pleasurable. That's why you stay on this person's mind while they're screwing their wife, their flings, or, you know, a porno flick. Intuitive, some of y'all knew this already. You're divine feminine, you're compassionate, you're wise, you're devoted, you're powerful. Stay there. But do not stay here. Okay? If you feel the vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. Love and light.